All right, let's go over to Melbourne now. We've
boom.
spoken to this young lad a few times,
Yes.
prior to the draft and after the draft. He went at pick 29 last year, and he's gone to the Carlton Football Club. He's been there for a couple of months now. From Glenelg, Ashton Moir. Hello, Ashton.
Afternoon, guys. What's going on? How are you?
Well, we're just back from holiday, so we're nice and fresh and ready to go. How's Valentine's Day been for you? Fill us in. What's happening in the love life?
Oh, you know what? It's been pretty quiet on my end, to be honest. Just got back from a community camp earlier today, so it's been very crazy.
So you'd be sending a bottle of red wine to Michael Voss, though, wouldn't you?
Oh, of course.
I mean, after the first episode, when you hang up on him.
Oh, yeah, I know. Going to make it up to him still.
Yeah, well, he likes a nice red.
All right, you've had a couple of months there, Ashton. Are you fitting in? How's it all feeling?
Oh, loving absolutely every minute of it. It's been very tough. All the boys have been, unbelievable to me. Making the transition really easy in regard to obviously in training and off field in regard to like moving house and getting well settled in and stuff. And they've been unbelievable for me.
So who are you living with?
Originally, I was with Lewis Young. I think I told you guys that before, but I've actually moved in with the Irish recruit, my teammate Rob Monaghan. So we've moved in to a new house actually. So living by ourselves, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, and how's the cooking going and looking after yourself?
It's actually going really well. We've been cooking. We've been taking in turns each day, and adding a new recipe every now and then. Started off with Hello Fresh, but now we're starting to cook our own meals, which is pretty interesting.
So you get help from the club with that, don't you? With the club nutritionist?
Yeah. So we are very lucky to have a nutritionist. She's been unbelievable. Sit down every now and then just to discuss, what we should be having for dinner, lunches, snacks, and all that kind of stuff.
So, Ashton, you go through a fair build-up towards the draft, and yours was interesting because you were the last call on the first night. But has anything surprised you? What surprised you about going to an AFL club?
I reckon it's just the training standards, just the difference between obviously under 18s all the way, I guess, through to the AFL. It's just a lot different. Like everyone is just at 100%, 24/7. There's no going less than 100%, which is unbelievable. So it's really good to step into such an elite club whose training standards is so high, and it's so good to learn from the best.
Have you put any bulk on yet?
A little bit. Been doing what I can, but I haven't really taken too much notice into that kind of stuff. Just trying to get through the training without any injuries, pretty much. So haven't really taken much notice into it.
Ash, you must be doing something right over there because they've given you number 43, Anthony Koutafidis. Wow. Did you have any say in that, and are you feeling any pressure?
I didn't have any say in that, actually. I had no idea. So it was a pretty cool way to find out, actually, just in the meeting room with all the boys and got announced there. I'm not really feeling too much pressure. I'm feeling a little bit, obviously, because it's such a big number for the club. Obviously, one of the greats of the AFL in Kuta. But I actually was very fortunate enough to catch up with him a few times. And he told me to just, play a game, don't feel too much pressure, and just go out there and just kind of build your own legacy pretty much. So I'm just super much looking forward to the opportunity to build on that.
Ashton, to go back to about those training standards and the level of professionalism you see from your Carlton teammates, tell us the impression that Sam Walsh has made upon you, because every word was from the moment he was drafted, went to Carlton, he was just beyond belief for the way in which he presented himself at training on the first day. So what's he like now as a more mature player?
Oh, he's unbelievable. A lot of the boys, if you ask pretty much everyone on the team, he'd describe him as pretty much a psycho with the way he the way he trains. It's unbelievable to watch, and it's so good just to be a part of it, and it just drives me personally to just want to train so much harder and get the best out of myself just by the way he carries himself.
Interesting.
Who's your mentor at the club at the moment? Do they actually assign mentors to each young player?
We do. We have mentor groups, but there's not any specific kind of mentor for each personal player. But I'm taking little bits and pieces from every kind of player. So we're doing a lot of stuff with Charlie, Harry, stuff with Cripper, go through the midfield, and pretty much everyone just taking bits and pieces from everyone's game. It's been unbelievable. So.
Ashton, some less than ideal news yesterday with Jacob Wiedering going down with a calf injury. Apparently won't play the first two games, so he's going to be fairly inactive for about 6 weeks.
yeah, it's devastating about him. He was training really, really well as well. But we're all showing love and support with him. We're all with him, and he's starting to move, get up and about now, which is good. So hopefully he's back as soon as possible.
Now, we spoke to you 3.5 months ago, and Rooch has been kicking himself because he's had this big question to ask you that he forgot to ask.
I know, it's a bit silly, but it's curious.
A bit.
So, Ashton, we know that you're great, left side, right side. Matter of fact, you tell us you don't even know which one's really left or right in the sense of natural. But are you left-handed or right-handed?
Right-handed, so right, yeah.
You happy now, Rooch?
Yeah, I am. Thank you.
Anyway,
so we can take it that...
do a fair bit of stuff left-handed though too. As well, I can shoot left-handed, can do it back.
There you go. He's gifted.
Back out there.
Presuming, Ashton, you came home for Christmas, has there been any homesickness at all? Or was it all just a big adventure?
No, not at all.
No,
not at all. Not at all.
You want to send any love to the family?
I saw them a couple of days ago, so they're all right. But no, it's been my dream to come over interstate and to live the full professional life. And I'm actually living it now, so it's no turning back here. There's no homesickness at all. Just love it.
Well done.
Now it doesn't matter where you get drafted. It's not easy to play just one AFL game. Have you set yourself around or the possibility of playing a game this year?
Yeah, absolutely. I've set that goal from day one at the club. Obviously my first goal was to hopefully debut an opening round, but my focus is just to take it day by day, training by training, and just see what happens from there. And if I'm fortunate enough to debut an opening round, then that's great. But if it doesn't come until later on in the year or even next year, then all I know is I'm putting my best foot forward and training as hard as I can.
Well, Vossi's great with his communication. So when you're sitting down with a one-on-one, do you express those views to him that you'd like to be playing in round one, or does he say that you're close? Is there any indication?
Well, not really much indication, to be honest. Main thing we kind of talk about is kind of just training habits and training standards and different positional stuff, and more based around understanding the language and the way we play. Not giving away too much information about, whether I'll play or whether take time to develop or stuff like that. It's just more about training and understanding the structure and the language.
Ashton, what's it like AFL-wise when you first walk in and you've got to work out what that language is about positioning, what the game plan is, what the tactics are, the language that comes with those tactics? What's that been like for you?
Yeah, it's been pretty tough at the start to understand it and to actually start putting it into practice in training and to actually use the language. But I feel like I've really, understood it pretty quickly, and being able to put it into practice in trainings pretty easily. And pretty good with it at the moment. Obviously, it's not the finished product, and still working on my language and getting used to the structures and stuff, but that's where a lot of the leaders have been really good with helping me out with that. So,
talking of language, Ashton, every footy club, they have nicknames for players. I believe they've tried to give you Carlos, and it's got nothing to do with Karl Stefanovic.
Yeah, I don't know that. That's fair play, but they're trying to get me to Carlos. Carlton Moir, I think, was a tennis
Great
player.
tennis player, yep.
Yeah, so they're trying to. It hasn't stuck just yet. I don't think everyone actually knows about it, but you know what? I'm happy with Ash, to be honest. I'm happy with any nickname.
Well, we're going to call you Carlos then. So, Carlos, thanks for chatting with us. I love it. Carlos Moir.
Yeah, I don't mind it at all.
I reckon it'll stick. That's what footy clubs do. Hey, Carlos, we wish you all the very best, all right? Good. And hopefully we'll talk to you throughout the season. Let's hope that first game comes sooner rather than later.
Yeah, hopefully. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.
Well done, Ashton.
And your mum and dad still love you, even though you're over them.
Yeah, bloody oath.
Oh, living the dream. A young fella going to live interstate.
Yes.
Hey, such an adventure. Like you when you were a young journo, Rooch, going over to America.
That was some trip.
Yeah.
That was some trip. Now, are you going to be a Carlton member this year? I mean, you've burnt them so often, you should give them some love. Oh, you destroyed them one year.
Well, I predicted accurately.
You were their curse.
Oh, I predicted accurately they wouldn't make
You
the
were the
finals when they were,
kiss
what
of
were they,
death.
9-1 or something.
And then it all came down to one kick.
Yeah. Yet
A
everyone,
bad kick
everyone,
too.
I know, everyone reminds me about Collingwood.
Collingwood.
I've been pretty good most of the time, Rooch.
So if you want to be a Carlton member, what do you do?
Well, to become a 2024 Carlton member, you can do it for as little as $8 per month, Rooch. All you have to do is visit carltonfc.com.au/membership or call 1300 227 586 to find the best package for you. Hope you enjoyed our chat with Carlos Moir. More of your texts coming up on 0427 154 166. This is Kymbo and Romeo.
Mm.